Yeah, please. I love hearing from you, brother.
I compare like the interest rate in Colombia to buy a house is 20%,
Hmm.
right? So people basically cannot buy that with 20%, like to 30-year fix is a lot. It's crazy. And I sold a property in Colombia and I had the money just parked in a bank, no CD, just like checking, and they paying me interest 1% a month. So it's 12% a year. Just to have the money parked is crazy. Like it's completely insane
Yeah.
here.
Pretty much
Well,
risk-free.
well, you just never know risk free because those governments be
Yeah.
can change anytime.
Yeah.
But
Look what's
it is
happening.
just it's like way different than here. Also, I went to Dubai and they got no interest at all. Like they can lend you to 1.8 million, no interest if you're gonna invest there. If
Wow.
you bring 525,000, you get the golden visa. So you will be like an Emirate type,
Uh-huh.
not and you get everything for free, just showing this card or big discounts everywhere. There
Wow.
is no income tax. They don't tax you at all,
Yeah.
and whatever money you make there. So there's a great opportunities there too as well, like to invest in real estate. There is a EXP there too,
Yeah, there is.
183 agents. So it is crazy, man. It's 24 hours operation in construction. They building buildings
Must
2
be.
a.m., 3 a.m. The people working. Insane.
They're not involved in any wars, no conflicts, no crime. If you don't pay your bills on time, you can go to jail. Like there's,
You know, everything is illegal, really. You cannot drink, you cannot smoke, you cannot do anything.
yeah. But how's the culture though? I mean, is that a place that you could ever see yourself living long term aside from investing? Is that a place that you feel like the culture is something you can adapt to? I'm gonna mute myself for a minute. I'll let you answer that.
Well, I'd rather just use it for like in like an investment side, really. But the culture in Dubai is very flexible because people from everywhere really for a long time. So the law is kind of like being flexible, just there. But if you go outside, it's like something way different than why Dubai. Too many tourists, too many investors, and that's what they're doing. They block out all this thing going on, but they're attracting investors from all over the world because I mean it's like basically they want to do like a better than New York. They got some big projects, man. It's crazy. Like they got everything figured out.
Is it possible to invest in real estate in Dubai, or is it too expensive? Like, what would be the
No,
the game
let's
there?
let let's say for example, I was looking right. Like Dubai is super congested and it's very expensive. You can get an apartment for like over $1 million, not even renovated or anything like the oldest one. But the
Yeah.
oldest one is like maybe 20 years. The whole city is not really that old.
Yeah.
But they're building an infrastructure like a train for the surroundings area, like the cities, maybe 30 minutes drive. But you can get a house for $150,000. No property tax. You don't pay taxes on your rent. You can rent it for like around $2,000. So it is. I think it's great return on investment.
So you can buy a house for $150,000 in Dubai. Someone can
Yes.
get a loan from a bank with zero interest.
You got to put 30% down payment.
I mean, that's nothing
Not
if you're not paying interest on
not
150,000.
paying and no interest at all.
Yeah.
And you get no you don't get tax on your income. I
Mhm.
think now it changed this year. They were saying they were going to change for like 5%, but it's some ridiculous amount. It's so low.
Would you ever consider making Dubai a destination for you to say retire or maybe spend 6 months more or so out of the year?
Not to retire, but I would like to invest there. Like, it's so much opportunity, and the thing is, the locals, 2 million Emirates, they're all rich because they all got oil. The government just giving them everything for free, really. So they're so spoiled. They're not. Their mindset is not into investing, risking, or hustling, or whatever. So
Yeah.
whoever comes there is a king, like, because you're already used to all these risks of taking all this stress and taking all this work.
Yeah.
These people there is not used to others. They're just walking around like, they already got the investments and whatever. They buying luxury stuff. So spoiled, bro.
Very cool. Very cool. I've always wanted to go to Dubai and see what it's like there because I've heard nothing but great things from and then like you said, from like people who are just there to develop their companies, network with people from all over the world, and just the tax infrastructure there is just ridiculous. Like you just can't get much better than what they're offering. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Anyone have any questions for Alejandro on that? I'm like I love that. I can ask him questions for hours.
I do, not about Dubai, but international real estate. I have a deal in Dominican Republic, and I'm having a hard time. I guess there's just like a couple people from EXP as well too. Um, I just found out we cannot use DigiSign. So, have you experienced anything like that? Because they're talking about mailing documents back and forth. Because my client is here in New Brunswick, and he's not planning to go to DR. He just wants to get rid of the property.
So what you're saying, Ivania, is that your client wants to sell his property in DR, but doesn't want to go there to have to sell it. Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah, because it's a lot. Every time we have to sign paperwork, he doesn't want to have to be traveling back and forth just to sign documents. So
Mhm.
how do we do this if we cannot do digital? And do we get somebody to sign for him? Does it work like that in other countries? Nobody
Uh,
seems to know anything.
yeah, so you can have a power of attorney with a notary there to
Okay.
get somebody to sign for you. That's how I sold my houses in Colombia. And
Yeah,
DR is the same. The thing about DR is the real estate over there is very fishy. Let's say, for example, they sell a lot, like 1,000 times, like so people get scammed
yeah.
very easy. That's what I heard. I was trying to buy a property there, and like my friends from there told me, no, don't do it. It's risky. You have to get a lawyer involved, and it could take years. So it looked like the real estate in VR is different than everywhere else, I guess.
Yeah, they were telling me that anybody could be a real, that you don't even have to have a license to be a realtor.
That's true.
Oh, that's everywhere in Colombia too. That's in all of South America, the same thing.
Yeah.
Mexico.
So I just need to figure out the paperwork part so we could get an attorney there that could have the power of attorney to sign for him.
You don't need an attorney. You just go to like it's called like notaria. It's like a
Uh-huh.
notary. It's not like public notary that people walk around like with stamps and stuff. Like here now, you just go to a place and then you get the two people that is gonna sign for the power of attorney. You just get it there. You don't need an attorney there for anything really.
But wait, so what do you mean the two people that are gonna sign there? Because my client is here.
He
We've
have
been going
somebody that
back
he
and
can
forth for
trust?
2 weeks now, even with the broker from DR, and I speak Spanish, and even the Spanish that they speak is I don't know where the miscommunication is. Like it's very frustrating.
Yes, so they can, if he has somebody that he can trust, you can have a power of attorney there.
Okay. And then we don't have to mail it back and forth because that sounds like it's gonna take a million years to get done. Thank you.
Yeah, Alejandro's 100% right about that. That's just the way things are done.
Hi everyone. Hello.
Hey, Jeanette. Hey, Jeanette.
Hi.
Hey, sweetheart. Did you have a comment or question? Your mic is off. I'm not sure if you're trying to talk.
Are you there?
Over here.
Okay. So when it comes to Dominican Republic, it's good to use FedEx. You can get the documents on PDF and just send them back to FedEx. That's the way it go. That's the way it works out there.
Hmm.
And she's right. Not everybody. You don't really need a license out there. You can start working in a company. Hold on. And yeah, that's the way it works. He has to go through FedEx, and they need to get a really good attorney out there because, yeah, it is fishy. But if she needs, Ivania, if you need a good attorney out there, let me know. I have someone that it's really good and very serious about what they do.
And do they speak English? Because my client said he has one that he used to buy the property, but he doesn't speak Spanish. So he's getting a divorce. So his wife was the one that speaks Spanish, but she wants nothing. She just wants to sign the paperwork. They're done with this, like all of it. They just want to get rid of the property. So,
Where is this property located at?
so Sua,
So Sua, that's where I got the villa. How much is it going for?
they were trying to go for 350.
350. Can you send me later on the link of the property?
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
So I just
awesome.
need someone that speaks Spanish.
Yeah, I can get somebody
My
then.
client doesn't speak Spanish at all.
Oh. All right, so send me the info. I can probably help you out finding a buyer out there myself. So Sua is a very cool place to go and hang out on vacation.
It's awesome. See, that's great, guys. You guys are making connections already. All right. All right. So, anyone else want to add anything before I cover a couple of topics that I'm not going to need too long, and I just want to add a little more value to what you guys already use and what you guys already know. But yeah, I'm super excited to hear all the stuff that you guys are working on. Alejandro, you please do keep me up to date every time you go somewhere. I love hearing your stories. Dubai is definitely a cool place, a place that I think I definitely want to have a hand in somehow, like if that's the right way to put it. I met with an agent when we were at Culture in Scotch Plains. I met with an agent who came to interview with us, and he was from Dubai. And what he said to me was, I'm Indian, but I live in Dubai. And he's like, they treat us like second-class citizens there. They treat us really bad. He's like, so I was a real estate agent there, and he's like, real estate there is incredible. He's like, it's unbelievable how much money you can make in real estate. He said, when people rent in Dubai, they don't just pay like, the first month and they pay the security. He said they pay the whole year ahead of time. Everything's paid for ahead of time. So it's very easy, he said, to do rentals. And when you just get into the business, he said, but then later on, when you start selling properties, it's like they're very expensive. So you make a lot of money with that. And then I said to him, why did you leave? Why'd you come here? Sounds like you love it. He's like, no, I do love it. I can't wait to go back. He's like, but I came here so I can become a citizen of the United States, because if I go back with a US passport, they treat me like royalty. If I'm from UK, or from the American passport, he's like, they treat you like gold. He's like, but if you're from India and you have an Indian passport, they treat you like scum. I was like, wow. So I'm not sure if you saw any of that, Alejandro, but he said like he can't go back, because he said it's like, other than the heat, like it's like the best place to is like it says the city of the future is what he said. He's like, it's
Louis, he is right.
yeah.
He's right. My brother lives in Dubai. He's back and forth. He works for the Department of Defense
Okay.
in Dubai. So he's the guy that stamps your visa when you want to go there. Yeah, so if you're American, you're like all the way on the top. And then if you're a UK citizen, you're like right under. But then yes, if you're from like the Middle East or India, you don't get treated right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, luckily for us, I think we're all fit that American criteria. But did you see that too, Alejandro? You saw like
Yes.
I don't know, maybe class divisions there or anything like that?
Yes, and I noticed that, and also because I was hanging out with this Emirate guy I met, and he was like so cool, showing me everything, and I pay attention to like really details. That's why I like to hang out with like local people. I don't like to hang out with like tourists and whatever, because they see things different than everybody else.
Yeah.
Or Indians trying to make it seem like they Emirates or whatever, like they're trying to dress like them or whatever, but it is a certain thing they put like different here on like you can tell the details, like whatever, like the outfit. So I started to notice it. I started to notice it or whatever, and they can really like fake it out. They can really like make it seem like they from whatever. And plus, all the families know each other because there's only 2 million Emirates in the whole thing. So they all like, oh, what family are you from?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, I'm from Wasi Wasi.
Yes, yes.
What? Like, you're not from here, man. Why you trying to make it seem like you're from here? But they're just treating like that, straight up. And,
Yeah.
just don't make it seem like you're from here. You came here to work. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. They sound it straight up like that.
There was something I want to add. So the locals, the Emirates, they're so polite. They're so polite.
Yeah.
You know, the system is one thing and the government is one thing, but the people are so polite.
That's awesome. Alejandro, tell us real quick before we jump off the topic. What is the most memorable thing you did there, or that you like to maybe for us to check out if we ever go there?
I did the desert tour. The desert tour was cool. It was in the middle of the desert, and it was you feel like you're in the middle of anywhere really.
Mhm.
That was a cool thing. But like I said, like the investment side, that you have to check it out. Like you have to explore for options because out here is getting so short. Like you don't know like what to do over here. Like your apartment money, try to do a flip. You know everything's coming down, and like, you know the news and this and that. But you go to another country and you see a completely different horizon, like completely different horizon. Like it's insane. But it's not. It's like this is home, but this is not it. The world's too big. Plenty of opportunities out there.
You're the second person to tell me that. Someone else told me the other day, is like, oh, you got to check out the outskirts of Dubai because there's still opportunities to get good deals. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what am I gonna get? A patch of desert somewhere? Like, what are you talking about? But you're saying you can buy a house for 150 and rent it for $2,000? Is that what you're saying, Alejandro?
Yes. So the thing in Dubai is big and very expensive. Yes, but it's just very small cities around, right? It's a
Mhm.
very small cities around, which they've been abandoned because the government gave a bigger land to the people who used to live there. So
Yeah.
let's see, abandoned house there. They're not made of sheetrock, they're made of block, like South America, like block and
Yeah.
so they last forever.
Mhm.
They was doing a project. Let's see for about all this project, and everybody left the town. Like everybody left. It
Yeah.
sounds like something happened there or something. It's very scary because everybody left the town. You don't even know why. Why? The reason why is that the whole family was given the land and they started to develop, and then the government told them, "Listen, get out of here and go to a bigger, better not land and do the projects there."
Yeah.
So all these houses abandoned need doors and windows and siding, basically. That's it. They don't need anything else. The whole city being abandoned. So now people start buying there because it's 30 minutes from Dubai in a train on a car.
Mhm.
They're doing a project right now, like for the train. It's not up right now, but it will be at some point
Mm.
that's going to communicate the people that can afford to live in Dubai. Like just like example, like New York, New Jersey. Like
Yeah.
the New Yorkers that come to New Jersey because they can afford to live in New York, so they come to New Jersey
Yeah.
and they go every day to New York. So it's the same. It's the same concept.
Mm.
And my understanding is they're trying to make Dubai like better than New York, which is already is.
Yeah.
Right
I
now,
will
at this
tell you.
point, it is a million times. It's not there. You don't see there in the street. You get a fine if you got your car dirty. If you get your car dirty, you get a ticket.
That's amazing.
That's how boy it is. Like these people are super neat, like extremely. Like you don't see no there anywhere.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, it's great.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I gotta go check it out. Would you invest there, Alejandro? Would you go and buy it?
Yeah, I would. I would love to. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. You know,
Let
has
me know next time you go. I'll go with you.
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know a few people. I know I can connect you if you want to know more about it. I got this connection for like a construction lady. She got 25 units. She worked with the biggest construction company, which is Imar. That every single building say Imar, like
Wow.
every single building. So
Wow.
they be working with them for like the last 7 years. And she know her way around. Very humble, very nice lady. Super down to earth.
Mm. And a lot of a big crypto community there too, right?
That I cannot tell you about that 'cause I didn't really like study the crypto world. I mean, people know about it, and they look like they got their own crypto. That's what this guy told me. They got their own coin.
Oh wow.
That's what I heard. But I really did not focus on. I was focusing on real estate.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but great stuff. But cool, man. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. I know we kind of picked your brain a lot, but thank you.
Louis,
Yeah, Sarah.
can I go too? I can translate for you.
Please. I mean, what's the major languages spoken there? Is it Arabic or does everyone speak English there?
Everyone speaks English, but Arab is the main. But everybody speaks English in Dubai. Outside Dubai is a different story.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds like a plan. That's
But I
cool.
can bargain for you when you go to the market.
Yeah, all right. That's good, man. I mean, if we do end up investing out there, Alejandro, we're gonna need someone to get the best deals for us and get the
I'll go.
contractors to come down on our prices. Thank you, Sarah.
Of course, I'm here.
All right, guys.
I
So
would carry Sarah's bags.
I think Ivania also wants to buy gold. We'll take her too.
yeah,
There'll
I
be the three of us going.
what
Guys,
is it though, Orlando?
I
Is-
actually just shared an article about, remember the immigration situation I mentioned to you guys? And
Huh?
this article is only telling about 340 men coming into Orangeburg. But my friend that works for the city of New York told me 86,000 people are in New York in hotels. So it's happening. It's on the news now.
What you're saying is they're all migrating. A lot of people are migrating here from like Latin American countries.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, I'm sharing the screen with you guys right now. Uh, so
But
this
don't
is
get real estate yet, because the time for us is coming.
so what you're saying is a lot of new buyers are coming into the country.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see a lot of rentals first because these people don't have any papers, but the government is allowing them to come here and even paying for their hotels because the situation over there is so bad.
Mhm.
So I mean, like maybe like 2 years, because most of our people are gonna start their own business, landscaping, cleaning crews. In like 2 3 years, we'll have a bunch of buyers. But right now, I don't know if you have heard of what the banks are doing, buying the houses and putting them for rent, and it's because they know these people are here and
Yeah,
they can't buy yet.
correct. There's a lot of reasons why I think this is happening. One of the reasons I think is because our labor market is so good right now. Like we probably have the lowest unemployment rate we've had in decades. So to kind of get us where the Fed wants us, where we have more unemployment, they're allowing people to come in because the government's, I don't know if you guys realize this, but the government's strategically trying to crash our economy so that way inflation can cool down. And the only way you do that is by cooling down the job market. So the more people you have chasing the same jobs, the more people get laid off, which means that the economy takes a dip. And that's what they want, because if not, how else are you going to bring inflation down? So I don't know what long lasting repercussions this could have, because an economy is like an ever-changing organism that never has the same, it never goes through the same things ever twice. Like it's always a little different. It's never exactly the same. So only God knows what's going to happen through, more immigration coming in. There's pros and cons to that, because how do you funnel out the rapists? How do you funnel out the murderers, And because I'm sure there's probably like 98% good people and 2% people who are just bad apples, right? So there's pros and cons to all of this stuff, but we've got murderers and rapists here too. So I mean, it's just I guess you take it with a grain of salt.
All
So
I know is that they're not going back, because I'm from Costa Rica and I will go buy property over there to retire there, but I will never go there to live again.
Yeah, things are messed up in Latin American countries. A lot of semi-dictators and socialism, communism creeping in, right? Is that what you mean?
No, the quality of life, once you get used to being here, you don't want to go back.
Oh yeah, I mean it's different. Everything much slower. Everything is like super snail pace. Awesome. All right. Well, let's cover a couple of different things. So, Belinda, I promise you, I'm going to use you as an example. So, tell me about this proposal you put together for your client. You were doing they wanted to do what kind of a project?
They wanted to build a multi-generational ranch style, we call it, a flat.
Mhm.
So the main family in the middle with the in-laws on each side. Because there is a granddaughter that is special needs and wheelchair bound. So they wanted her to be able to visit both grandparents and travel through the house, but everybody has their separate unit.
Okay.
So the best way for me to present that was to let them know how much it was going to cost for a traditional home to be built that way.
Mhm.
And then let them also understand what a modular home was and what a mobile home was.
Hmm. What did you use for visuals? Did you have any good visuals that you were able to dig up?
Yes, I also subscribe to Envato, but I also contacted a modular home manufacturer that was able to give me a schematic.
Cool. Good. So I'm going to teach you guys right now something that I've been playing around with and that would definitely help.
And your camera left us again.
Did it? Let me switch camera. Sorry, I should have been charging it. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something I've been working with, and I think it's going to help people in situations like Belinda, or maybe, you know how you guys sometimes take pictures of a house on the outside and you want to doctor it up a little bit, but you're not good with Photoshop, you know, you send it off somewhere and then they get it done for you and send it back. Well, I'll show you guys something that you guys can pretty much do on your own, even with your own headshots. You can take some of your own headshots and just make them look like so much nicer, so much cooler, right? So right now, what I'm going to show you guys is a program called Midjourney, right? And Midjourney is an AI that will produce anything you ask it to, within reason, right? No obscenities or anything like that, but it will create some of those beautiful things you could ever imagine. So first, I'm going to play around with it and show you on the most basic level how something like this can help you guys. So let me go ahead and share my screen again, and let me jump over to Midjourney. Okay. So what you have here in Midjourney is, well, it's not actually, you're not going to Midjourney, you're actually going to Discord. So Discord is a community, it's kind of like chat rooms. I know some of you may have heard it, some of you may have not. This is some art that recently I'm sure some people have created with just
I've
prompts.
seen it.
Yeah, cool. So you guys are probably maybe some of you a little familiar with it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to tell Midjourney to create something that has never existed before. Right, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to give it a prompt. The prompt is a command. So I'm going to go /imagine, and I'm going to click here. And now the prompt is what you want it to be. So Belinda was working on providing a multi-generational ranch style home. In what city is it in?
Villa Rica.
In
VILLA
uh-huh,
RICA.
RICA, Georgia, right?
Yes.
How do you spell Georgia? GOER or
GE.
GEORGIA?
ORGIA.
Okay, cool. So right now I'm giving it a prompt, and the most simple prompt is just basically explaining to it what I want, right? Anything else you think I should add to this description? Multi-generational ranch style home in Villa Rica, Georgia. Anything else I should add that's pertinent
Um, I don't know if acreage matters.
on a large
But
lot?
yes, put on a large lot.
Or maybe you said they're disabled, right? Something like that. Would they need like, no, a
Ranch or something like that? Well, let's give this a wing. Let's give this a shot, right? So what it's doing right now is it's creating something that's never existed before. So right now, all I have to do is just scroll down to the bottom where I should probably be. There's so many. I haven't reloaded this in a minute, so let me just scroll all the way to the bottom.
Luis, I have Discord while you find it. So you go on Discord and then you just add Mid Journey or
Yeah, you go to the Midjourney server
okay.
and then you go there. So let me just do it this way. My daughter's been playing around with it, so she was like, cute baby puppies. Yeah, it's important to teach your kids technology when they're young. So I should have scrolled all the way down first. I may have to do this again. Let me go to,
This is what my kids use to communicate with their friends, not even like texting or chatting. They use Discord.
yeah, they use Discord now for everything. Kids are way ahead of us in a lot of ways. Now you got a newbies one. Can I get all the way to the bottom? Come on. If anyone knows how to, usually if you click on one of the alerts here that says, you know, there's 75 new messages, it usually goes all the way to the bottom. So I may have to do this all over again. Maybe I'm at the bottom now. Let me try that again, because I don't think I saw my, okay, so I'm gonna go here, so you guys can see again. I'm gonna go / imagine. And I'm gonna tell it, generational style ranch in Villa Roca,
Rica,
Rica,
RICA.
Georgia. What else did we say? On a large lot.
On a lot, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So here it goes. Right now it's telling me that it is right now it is waiting to start. It says here. So let's give it a sec. All right, it's starting to give me something. And this is really cool because you can keep messing with it until it kind of like either gives you somewhat of what you want, or if it's totally off, you can tell it, a different prompt and it'll give you something different. And then you can improve on the one that you want. So for instance, like I'm showing you right here, here's 4 different styles, right? One is on the top left. Let me go down to it. As you can see, people get very creative. Let me see if I can get down to it. Okay, here we go. 1 is the top left, 2 is the top right, 3 is the bottom left, and 4 is the bottom right. Okay, let me open this up a little bit so you guys can see a better view. So which one of these do you like the best so far, or do you like none of them?
But the bottom, right
Bottom
there where the
left,
cursor's at.
bottom left or bottom right?
Bottom right.
Bottom right, this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it, go to V4. So V4 is basically telling it, give me 4 versions of the last one. Give me 4 new versions of the one I like the best, because I like this one, but maybe if it tweaked it a little bit, it would give me something that I liked even more. So right now what it's doing is it's creating 4 versions of the one you liked. So let's keep scrolling down. It's a little archaic the way it works right now, but this is the way it works right now. So, and this is the best one that's out. So now it's giving me 4 versions of the one you liked. And then from the 4 you liked, we can pick the one that really kind of like speaks to you. Give it a sec. It's about 83% done right now. Okay, so now we've got 4 versions of the one that you liked. Which one of these do you like the best? There's subtle differences in them.
Top right.
Top right. Okay, so that's 2. So I'm going to go V2 version 2. What it's going to do is going to upscale that version to a full-blown size that you can use for whatever you want. Now, let's just say that that size is not the one that, let's just say that that size is not the one that you need, because, sometimes we need the picture for the MLS, or we need the picture for YouTube, cover of a video, and whatever parameters. We can tell it whatever size we want, and it'll give it to us in that size. All right, so that was the one that we did. We'll get to it in a sec. That was the one you picked, V2. I know I clicked V2. Let me try it again. Okay, yeah, here we go. That's us. As you can see, there's a lot of oh, I'm sorry, I hit the wrong prompt.
It's okay.
What I should have hit was U2, because U2 is upscale. V2 is version 2, which we already did that. So let me just click on, that's why it was giving me those 4 versions again. So U stands for upsize or upgrade. Okay, so this is the one, right? So we're gonna upgrade number 2. This one's done. So we're upgrading number 2. And now we're gonna get the upgraded version, and you guys can see how much detail is in this thing that has never existed before. Okay, so here we go. Here's the picture. All right, I'm gonna save this picture as save. Now I'm gonna go into my downloads, get a better view of it. You guys probably don't see it because I'm not sharing my entire screen. Let me. Whoa, 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 what just happened? All right, let me go ahead and open this way. Let me see if I can share my entire screen now to show you guys the detail on this. Oh, I got so many documents open now. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, can you see the picture now?
Yes, we can see the picture.
Good. Do you see like the detail? Like you see how nice it's put together and it's a high resolution? Like it's very nice.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and this is stunning. And this is something that obviously you don't have to pay a royalty for. It's someone else's picture. You can even say like you wanted the picture to be in the twilight, or you wanted the picture to be, you know, with a sun, you know, sunsetting, whatever, anything you could have picked up, it could have created it for you. So this is a really nice way for you guys to start getting very creative on your pictures. Now, let's just say that you have a picture of a house that you want, and you want to make that picture better, right? That's happened to us, right? We get pictures of a house and we want to make it better. So I'll teach you that real quick. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Let me just close all these windows I have open. I don't know what happened, but give me just a sec. I think I hit the wrong button and I opened up all my files. All right, cool. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to Midjourney. I'm going to share my screen in just a sec. And I'm going to tell it to make a better version of an existing picture. So where was I? Did I close it by accident? Yeah, I think I closed it. Let me open a new one. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, this is a little bit more complicated, but it's not really difficult. Just one more extra step. So the first thing you have to do is you have to give Midjourney a picture. So first I'm going to pick a picture, upload a file. I'm going to pick this picture of a house that I took over the weekend. And I'm going to now share that image, right? So let me see. Sorry, I got the thing in the way. I've got this in the way. Come on, move. All right, cool. All right, so I've shared the picture and I just want to see if I can get to it real quick. Because once we share the picture, what we have to do is we have to then get an address for the picture. So because every picture has a unique identifier. So once I've shared the picture, and I don't know why it's taking me all the way here. Okay, so here's the picture. All I do is just go to copy image address. Okay, so once I've copied the image address, I'll go here back into the description bar and I'll tell it imagine. And then I will give it the address of the picture. And then what I'll do is I'll say to the program, make it during sunset with pink and purple colors in the sky. And then I'm going to tell it AR, which is stands for the aspect ratio, 16:9. So this would be perfect for like a YouTube cover. 16:9, right? So there we go. So my prompt has now been started. So this one takes a little bit longer, but it will make, you see the original picture here. So you guys see it's a bright blue skies. We've got white clouds and, you know, standard nice home here in Florida. So we're going to now wait to see what it gives us. And here it's giving us something here. You guys see here? It may not be exactly the same home. It may kind of take a little bit of artistic liberty, but it gives you a very nice look. And once you can kind of play around with it until it gets to where you want it, it could be very cool. It may not be to the point where you want to use it as a cover picture, but it might be nice for marketing on social media. Got a new listing, guys, whatever, something like that. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm into cars. That's Alejandro in Dubai. All right.
Coming soon, coming soon.
Coming soon. All right, so here we go. Here we got the pictures. Check this out. Pretty cool, right, guys? Look how nice that came out, right? So obviously we don't have a lake in the front, so I would probably get rid of those. What I can do is I can tell it two things. I can redo it and tell it not to have any water anywhere, or I can hit this reload button that'll reload a whole new batch of images. But it's basically taking the image you gave it, and it take a little creativity and a little, you know, artistic creativity is what I was trying to say. And because some of the pictures don't make any sense, like you've got the garage in the front, but there's a lake there with no driveway, right? So, you know, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but this one's pretty close, even though it's got two garages. This one's got the garage on the wrong side, and this one's got the garage on the right side, but it's got a lake in the front. So like, you don't want to, you know, you kind of have to play around with these things until it gets it right and it gets you to where you're trying to go. So, but with your headshots, it will create some of the coolest headshots that you've ever could have imagined. It'll take a picture of you where you feel like, you know, this is a nice picture of me, but it needs a little something, it needs to be dolled up a little bit. It'll create some of the coolest things, guys. I'm telling you, I've seen some people here that have uploaded headshots and it comes out really cool. Maybe I can bump into one. Okay, so, you know, this could have been a headshot of someone in it, or maybe it could have been the description of someone, but.
Luis,
Yes.
is there a fee for this?
Yeah, so you could do it for free with a lot of systems, but the thing is that they're so high, it's in such high demand. As you guys can see all of these requests coming in. And you'll probably have a hard time getting into the server and getting use of it, but it should have a free version of it. But it's only $10 a month, and you get up to 200 different renderings. So you can create 200 pieces of art that have never existed before for $10 a month. So I know personally that that's a no-brainer for me, because for me to create a thumbnail for a YouTube video, it could take me up to an hour sometimes. So with this, all I really need is tell the AI what I'm looking for, and it gives me stunning pictures. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't even have thought of using that, but it gives me some really nice pictures when I tell it what the video is about. So here are some more nice captivating pictures. You know, this one's more like number 4 is more like the one that I would probably go for. So I would tell it, give me 4 versions of number 4. And then we'll go with that. But I'm going to give you guys an example real quick of how I used it for my YouTube video. So sometimes if you guys are creating content and you're like, oh, you know, like, are you guys seeing my screen or am I just talking? No, you guys are seeing my screen. Good. All right. So let me show you guys what I was able to create as far as thumbnails go for a few of my videos. Let me switch accounts. And you guys may have seen them if you went on the
Get up and get up now.
Okay, so let's go to content. So look at these 2 latest videos that I have here. Look at this thumbnail. I told the AI, give me a picture of AI making millions for real estate agents. And it gave me this picture, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. So the title of the video is ChatGPT exposes the secrets of earning millions in real estate commissions. Pretty nice. This was, it took me a little bit of like tweaking it, like upscale, I mean, different versions and then upscaling them. But it took me 3 minutes to do this thumbnail that I would have had to pay a graphic artist probably, I don't know, probably $100 to make me this, and it was in 3 minutes. Like I couldn't even get someone on the phone in 3 minutes. And
It
this,
looks like a young version of Earl Nightingale.
yeah, right. And then this one, I told it, give me a picture of a successful male and female real estate agent. And it gave me this, and I was like, okay, I'll go with that. And then I just plugged it in again, 3 minutes. It's very good tool to make your life that much more productive and be able to put your product as being more polished. And the product is you. You're the product, right? So anything that you put out now can come over very, very nice. And I mean, for $10 a month, I mean, like you really just can't argue that. It's so much better than having to do it the old fashioned way, right? So let's see if I got 4 versions of the last thing, and then we'll kind of put an end to this one today. I'll play.
Louis, while you're looking for that, does it give you like a short tutorial on the commands that it needs to run?
Yeah, so if you go to here, if you go to Midjourney, if you just type into Google Midjourney prompts, here it'll teach you all the prompts. There's basic prompts and then there's more advanced prompts. So you guys can go through these prompts and play around with it yourselves. And you can create some really cool stuff, really cool art. Okay, very nice stuff. It's funny because there's art now that people have already paid like a lot of money for that's been AI created art. It's funny how far this thing has gone. So like this is a picture of a lady who probably really exists, and she's created some very beautiful, stunning headshots or bust pictures. Like how nice is that? And she probably never even has been in these backgrounds. But very cool. Let me see if I can find those 4, or maybe I might have passed it already. I think this lady's keep trying to upgrade her picture too. Let me see if I can find those 4. I think I might have already passed it.
Now, although you can see everybody's work that they're doing, could you copy anything that they're doing?
You could copy what someone else is doing. So if I like this picture, I can tell it, give me V4.
Oh, okay.
You can actually type in here, like you can search, show me buildings. And it'll show you buildings. Here you go. And then you can, any one of these you want to use, you can use. So good question. That would count as one of your 200 downloads.
Can you go back to just your art, or do you have to
Yeah.
scroll every time?
No, you can go back to just your art. You would just go in here to search and you go from user and then you put in your name. Yeah, so these are the 4 versions that I ended up getting after I asked for 4 more versions. Again, it's giving me some pictures with water and it's confused and it thinks there's water for some reason. So I'd probably end up going with number 4. I'd probably end up going with upgrade number 4, and I'll send that picture off to my client and say, here's a little token of my appreciation, a little memento. Just, obviously the garage is on the wrong side of the house, but it's a thought that counts. Something like that. So pretty cool. Any thoughts on this? Any questions on this?
No, I asked mine. I'm gonna
Cool.
play with it.
Cool. Now I'm gonna do this for you guys today. If you guys are interested in getting a stunning, and I'm talking about, you're gonna be like, wow, that's me, picture of yourself, a headshot of yourself, email me a headshot that you guys have. Doesn't matter if it's old, new, or whatever. Send it to me. And for next week when we meet again, I'll give you guys a really nice picture of your headshots you can use for social media, or you can use for business cards, or whatever you would like to do. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Any questions, guys, or anything you want to add before we go?
No, I want to take a picture.
Oh, go for it.
Wait, can you close your screen, please?
Now let me stop this. I was just looking for my final version, but go for it.
Thank you. Hold on. All right. Are you guys ready?
Ready?
1,
Good.
2, 3. Cheese. Let me make sure everybody's looking. We're good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, let's go ahead and cut out with our prayer. Dear Lord, Father, we thank you for everything in our lives, Father. We thank you for the good and the bad. Father, we ask you to always allow us to see the positive and the light in everything that happens to us or happens because of us, Father. We thank you for all the experiences we were able to share today, Father. We thank you for all of the people here today that are able to learn from each other and for the lessons that we have coming up during the week. Father, we ask you to always allow us to walk with you and look for your protection, Father, and your salvation. And we ask you to please bring us back here, Father, next Monday in good spirits and good health. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you, everyone.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
you.
Have a good week.
Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.